On the map, everything looks calm. People live, work, raise children, but in some corners of the world, the days are already numbered. Land is sinking under the sea, deserts are advancing, the air is poisoned, and foundations are cracking. These cities still exist, but they are already dying. Their residents live inside a disaster that seems slow, yet never stops. Some fight, others pack their bags. We will tell about 10 places that may disappear within our lifetime. Some are already on the edge. The rest is only a matter of time, of sea level, or of the next storm. This country is vanishing. Kiribati is made up of tiny coral islands scattered across the Pacific Ocean. Their height is just above sea level, but that level is rising. Each year, water eats away beaches, destroys homes, and fills wells with salt. Villages are forced to retreat, but there is nowhere left to go. The authorities bought land in Fiji to relocate the entire nation. Yes, the entire nation. Kiribati may become the first country to disappear from the map, not because of war, but because of climate. People still build houses, celebrate weddings, fish as if nothing is happening, but children in school are not learning how to live here, but how to leave. They call it migration with dignity. In reality, it is a farewell. In 30 to 40 years, these people may remain without land, with a flag, but without a shore. Kiribati is a symbol of how an entire country can drown slowly, but forever. While tourists take photos on the flooded Piazza San Marco, Venice is sinking. Literally, the city was built on wooden piles driven into soft, muddy ground. For centuries it held, but the sea is pressing forward. Canals overflow, houses subside, foundations crack, the water level rises every year. The Mosaic barrier system works with interruptions and does not protect the center. At each high tide, squares, basements, and shops are flooded, walls become damp, stucco crumbles, plaster falls apart, many buildings already stand empty because they cannot be restored. Residents are leaving, tourists do not notice, they see facades, not cracks. Venice is not dying from a sudden disaster, but from moisture and time. In a few decades, it may become an underwater museum, not a symbol of beauty, but of helplessness before nature. Nouakchott is a capital not drowned by water but buried by sand. The Sahara is advancing on the city so fast that within one generation, several districts have vanished under dunes. Sand creeps through windows, covering roads, yards, and schools. People surround their homes with sacks, build makeshift barriers, yet the wind is stronger. Water here is delivered on schedule. Power is cut for hours. Sewage does not exist at all. Sandstorms strike almost daily. The city center shrinks while suburbs are abandoned. International agencies have listed Nouakchott among cities under direct threat of extinction from desertification. If the climate keeps changing, this city will vanish in dust. Quietly, without explosions, there will just be a map with an empty spot where a capital once stood. On the northern coast of Alaska stands a settlement with little time left. Shishmaref is a village built on permafrost. But the permafrost is melting. Each year the coast collapses. Waves swallow soil, houses crack and sink. Streets are threatened. Storms have grown stronger, and the protective sea ice is gone. The locals are Inuit, whose ancestors lived here for centuries. They do not want to leave, but almost no choice remains. The United States approved a relocation plan, but there is not enough money. Moving the village is costly and complex. People continue to live knowing their homes may vanish with any winter tide. Shishmaref is the first, but not the last. Dozens of similar settlements will soon be gone. Tulun is a small Siberian town that is slowly disappearing, not from war, not from fire, but because the ground beneath it is thawing. The permafrost on which houses were built has stopped being permanent. Soil sinks, foundations crack, walls split, floors collapse. Residents complain of gaps in apartments, flooded basements, wavy asphalt in the streets. Infrastructure fails, sewage breaks down, heating is unstable, there is no relocation program. Authorities admit the problem but do not solve it. The town is dying slowly, as if everything is melting not only in the soil, but in the system. Tulun may become the first of many Siberian towns unlucky enough to stand on the edge of climate and neglect. This city does not burn and does not collapse, yet it is disappearing. Basra is a major Iraqi port built on dried-out rivers. The water that once fed fields and filled canals is now salty, so salty that residents cannot drink it and trees wither. The Persian Gulf pushes inland and salt water moves up the rivers. Agriculture is dying, livestock perishes, people are leaving. Those who stay buy water in plastic containers if they can afford it. In summer, temperatures reach 50 degrees, the air seems to melt. Political instability, economic crisis, migration all make Basra a city without a future. But the main threat is water, or rather its absence. Basra is a city not swept away by flood, but dried out by heat. And the world may not even notice it is gone. There are cities you want to run away from. La Oroya is one of them. At first glance, it looks like a normal Peruvian industrial town in the mountains. But the air is toxic. For decades, a smelter operated here, releasing lead, cadmium, and other heavy metals. The soil is layered with toxic residue. The rivers carry dead water. 99% of children have elevated lead in their blood. People get sick but have nowhere to go. The plant is sometimes closed, sometimes reopened for jobs, but the town is dead. Trees do not grow, grass does not turn green, even animals do not stay. Scientists call La Oroya one of the most polluted places on Earth. This city will not vanish from maps. It will simply remain as a gray spot where life is no longer possible. Some towns disappear over centuries, others within minutes. Baitullah was a small village at the foot of Mount Merapi. Families lived there, a school worked, dogs barked in the mornings. Then came the flow. The eruption was so powerful that lava buried the entire settlement. People did not escape. All that remained were charred frames, leafless trees, and black-cooled land. Baitullah was erased. Today, it is not even on the list of settlements. It remains only on maps 20 years old and in memories of those who left earlier. This is not a story about climate or economy. It is a reminder how easily everything can be lost. One night, and a town ceases to exist. This is not one city, but dozens of vanishing villages. The Amazon is dying, and with it, the people who lived there for centuries. Indigenous groups not counted in statistics lose land, water, forest. Their homes burn in fires, villages are cleared for construction, mercury from gold mining poisons rivers, and the fish that fed generations has become toxic. Villages disappear not because bulldozers destroy them, but because survival there is impossible. People move to cities where they become no one. Nobody counts how many such villages have vanished in the last 10 years. Satellite images show bald patches in the forest. Beneath them lie fragments of lives, languages, cultures that will never return. Some cities die not from nature, but from neglect. The capital of Guinea-Bissau is an example. This is not a catastrophe, but a slow rot. Infrastructure has collapsed, water is supplied irregularly, electricity may be gone for weeks, hospitals are empty, schools exist only on paper. People live in roofless houses, cook on open fires, streets are overgrown with bushes, and the government simply does not function. Young people leave, some go to Senegal, some to Europe, some sail into the unknown. Those who remain live as in an abandoned town, no police, no doctors, no roads. This is the capital of a country that almost does not exist. One day it will disappear, not from an explosion or fire, but quietly from the map, as a city where no one is left. Was it interesting? Subscribe to the channel 10 minutes. We keep it short and straight to the point.